ears. Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
All right, 20 minutes after 11 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in. Have you ever heard people say that America is an experiment? I'm sure you've heard that before, right? Yes. You know, what we witnessed during previous to the elections and what we continue to witness is bickering, right? A lot of people don't like it. But you know what you're witnessing? You're witnessing the experiment working, because I think our founding fathers knew that in order to have checks and balances that really do check and balance, you're going to need more than just government. You're going to need freedom of speech, freedom to assemble, and most important, perhaps, freedom of the press. You and I are a part of that in a very small way, but it was really newspapers that were the big stronghold on freedom of the press, obviously, for many, many years. The New York Times being one of them. 167 years of covering the State of the Union is the subtitle of the book we're going to talk about. It's called Book of Politics. Andrew Rosenthal is on the phone to talk to us about this. He is the former editorial page editor of the New York Times, a columnist, a podcast contributor. I love podcasts, by the way. He's the visiting Murrow Lecturer of the Practice of Press and Public Policy at Harvard. What an honor to say good morning to you, sir. Andrew Rosenthal, good morning.
I'm delighted to be here, Larry.
Where are you? Where are you calling from?
I am at my home in New Jersey, about 12 miles west of Manhattan.
So this book is about, I mean, the very core of what our founding fathers wanted, which was a strong press that didn't refrain from telling it the way they saw it, whether the readers agreed with it or not, right?
That's absolutely right. Thomas Jefferson called us the Fourth Estate, and we envisioned us as a part of the checks and balances of government. And that has some adversarial nature and intent built into it, and that's the way it should be. And
even the nastiness, which isn't really necessary, I guess we could argue, but even the nastiness has been with us all those years, right? I mean, if you look back at some of those early articles, isn't some of the nasty flavor of today's bickering, wasn't it around back then as well?
Yeah, it can be found in there, in the comments that people make, what politicians say, and how people react, and certainly in the coverage of the Civil War, that was nothing but nasty.
I bet.
And during the Civil Rights era and the contentious economic and social debates in this country during the New Deal and the Roosevelt era were extreme. You know, people felt like we were having an existential crisis, and that the whole fabric of our society and the nature of our government was being determined. So it's not the first time, you know, everything, you know, the past is prologue, obviously. But what comes through in this is that we need this stuff. I mean, you can find in here with that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Well, no, I'm agreeing with you. I was wondering, though, if in researching, in order to do the book, did you find any shift at all, or has it always been on the same course as far as the reporting goes?
No, there's a lot of shifts. I mean, the language changes. Partly it's as a change in our language. We wrote and spoke differently as people in 1856 than we do now. But there is an increase, and it starts really with somewhat with Kennedy, but with the Civil Rights Movement and the war in Vietnam, and then Watergate and with things that came after that, where the press realized that a big part of its job was to uncover organized lying by the government, and that there were currents and trends in American society that needed to be covered in a way that highlighted them. There was no doubt in the coverage of the Civil Rights Movement by the New York Times that they felt that equal rights for people of African descent in this country, which is what they were talking about at the time, was absolutely mandatory. It wasn't like a debate. It was a fact. The other thing and so that has become more and more intense, and it's now more intense than it's ever been in my entire life, this kind of adversarial thing, because the president has declared us to be un-American. The other thing that's changed a lot over the years, and it coincides around the same time, is the increasing importance of covering politicians as people, and not just covering, you know, the laws that they propose or the speeches they make, but really getting at the core of who they are. And that really starts around the time, again, of Nixon, because the nation felt so betrayed.
Yeah, well, and I think the advent of TV, maybe radio, maybe in a big part actually, and social media for sure. I mean, they must all be influencing the way the press covers anything political.
Right, there's no question about it. I mean, you could go back to the Kennedy-Nixon debates in 1960. The people who listened on the radio thought Nixon won, and the people who watched on TV thought Kennedy won. Because you saw how awkward Nixon was and how strange he was. You know, television changed a lot. Television led the way in the coverage of the war in Vietnam, and the print press kind of followed. 24-hour-a-day television changed it again because, in fact, there isn't 24 hours worth of news to talk about every day, so we start vamping and offering our opinions. And then the rise of the digital-based world, the social media, websites, phone apps and all this other stuff, again changes it because everything becomes kind of instantaneous. And that's really tricky for journalists. I
think the contribution that the press in general made during the Vietnam War helped to end the war. Do you agree?
There's no question about it. You know, depending on what side you were on, you'll say that the media lost the war in Vietnam for the United States. I think that's baloney. I think the United States lost the war in Vietnam for the United States. But yes, absolutely correct.
But ending the war, I
think it was, and also in civil rights too. I think it made a big difference.
It had to in civil rights, because in civil rights, you had people writing about the inequity of human beings, and we realized
exactly right.
We realized that whatever that proclamation, Emancipation Proclamation, was supposed to do didn't happen yet, and it was already 1960, 100 years later.
It hasn't happened yet.
It's happening. Well, little by little, right?
It's better. Look, it's better, but the only people who think that racial problems have gone away are white people. That's just, it's a fact. But the Vietnam thing was unbelievably important because it changed people's opinions about the war because it showed the war to them. They weren't writing editorials saying we shouldn't be fighting this war. They were providing facts. There's an article in here. There are two articles by R.W. Apple.
Job you did, Andrew. Let me give this away. If I have a listener who would like it, call me. I'll pick somebody at random, and you can have it. The rest of us have to buy it. Let's see. I did find it on Amazon. Do you have a different website you want to recommend?
Amazon's good. I think Barnes & Noble has it. It's in bookstores. If there's a local bookstore in your town, go get it there because we should help them. They're under attack. And it's also available digitally, or it will be shortly.
All right. Andrew Rosenthal, thank you. And once again, it's been an honor to have you on our show.
It's been great for me. Thank you.
All right. We'll be right back.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
Fox News, I'm Chris Foster. The man believed to have shot and killed 12 people at a country bar in Thousand Oaks, California has been identified as a 28-year-old Marine veteran named Ian David Long. Ventura County Sheriff Jeff Dean says they're not aware of any motive yet.
He shot the security guard that was standing outside. He stepped inside. It appears that he turned to the right and shot several of the other security and employees there, and then began opening fire inside the nightclub.
Sheriff Sergeant Ron Heelis was killed responding to the scene. It's believed the suspect shot and killed himself. House Majority Leader Kevin McCarthy says he'll run for minority leader next year with Democrats taking control.
I worked when we were in the minority before, and we had a bigger obstacle to overcome the majority.
Ohio Congressman Jim Jordan has announced he wants that job too. House Speaker Paul Ryan's retiring. This is Fox News.
Are you taking Viagra and tired of paying $50 per tablet? Marley Drug has generic Viagra for just $10 per tablet. $10 for generic Viagra is a savings of $40 per dose. Call now and get free shipping on 10 tablets or more of generic Viagra. Marley Drug is a North Carolina pharmacy licensed in all 50 states. For information, go to marleygenerics.com or call us at 800-452-1760. That's 800-452-1760.
Indeed knows it's hard to find qualified candidates when you're hiring.
It's like finding a unicorn.
But when you post your job on Indeed, it's easy to find people with the skills you need.
Nurse practitioner, 4+ years experience, acute care certification.
Indeed has a huge pool of amazing candidates and screener tools that help you find your most qualified applicants.
Whoa, an entire short list of unicorns.
See why more than 3 million companies worldwide use Indeed to hire. Post your job at Indeed.com/hire. Indeed, the world's #1 job site. Source.com score total visits.
I'm Jan Marino, and it's my great honor to represent Palm Garden as the winner of the Best of the Best contest for rehab 2 years running. Woohoo! It's not easy to meet the needs of our guests, learn their life stories, and exceed expectations, but that's our goal every single day with everyone that we are blessed to serve. Thank you, WOCA listeners. Please come for a visit anytime. Palm Garden is located on the corner of Southwest 27th Avenue and 34th Street.
Hey folks, right here at the start of camellia season, your old friend Bob Wines presents a fabulous deal on his famous heirloom camellias. Now get this, budded and blooming heirloom camellias in the number 2 size, regularly $39.99 or just $19.99. This is a super buy you shouldn't miss. Other cool weather specials this week at Bob Wines, a big selection of winter hardy bedding plants, just $1.29 each. Super popular dwarf ever-blooming red ruffle azaleas, still just $3.99. Ever-blooming encore azaleas starting at $12.99. And there's a closeout on shrubs, a big selection, and prices start at just $5.99 for all your favorites. Now check the ad, then
Code WOCA30 or call 352-247-4087 to get your AC in ace condition with Ace AC of Ocala.
Hi, Matt Wilkerson here, your Verizon representative with news that will hum your car, make it smart and safe. How? With the new Hum device by Verizon. You can rest assured you're never alone. Flat tire? Lost? Accident? For $10 a month, Hum by Verizon has you covered. And I will come to you in Marion County to install the Hum for free. Time to call me at 352-528-0020. Are you ready to hum along? Call 352-528-0020.
Here are today's headlines from The Source. WOCA. Florida Attorney General Pam Bondi is a possible contender to permanently replace Attorney General Jeff Sessions. Sources familiar with the matter told CBS News. President Trump forced Sessions out as the nation's chief law enforcement officer yesterday, one day after Democrats captured the House in the midterm elections. Bondi, who is term limited as Attorney General in the Sunshine State, has long been a Trump ally. During the 2016 presidential primary season, Bondi said she had been friends with Mr. Trump for many years. Sessions left the Justice Department for the last time yesterday evening, flanked by a crowd of well-wishers. His former chief of staff, Matt Whitaker, is now the acting attorney general. The president announced the ouster of Sessions shortly after a fiery press conference with reporters in the East Room of the White House. At the time, the president said he did not want to discuss Sessions' future. On Tuesday, Marion County voters approved a referendum that changes the way we select the superintendent of public schools. No longer is that a voted position and will now be a position chosen from a field of candidates by the Marion County School Board, all of whom are elected into office. Attorney Paul Gibbs has been tasked with finding answers to some tough questions which focus on how to move forward. An article in the Star Banner indicates that school board members currently feel Superintendent Dr. Heidi Mayer should continue to serve in her current capacity. Mayer's term concludes in 2020. The Star Banner article indicates that Gibbs wrote that it is his belief that the school board can appoint a new superintendent at any time. Brightline's bid to provide high-speed train service along Interstate 4 between Tampa and Orlando has taken a step forward. State transportation officials said yesterday that Brightline was the only entity to submit paperwork in response to a June request for proposals to lease rights-of-way from the Florida Department of Transportation and the Central Florida Expressway Authority between Orlando and Tampa. The lease would be for construction and operation of an intercity passenger rail service. The Florida Department of Transportation Transportation said a state selection committee is expected to meet November 28th to take up the proposal. Brightline is a private intercity rail company that currently operates between Miami, Fort Lauderdale, and West Palm Beach. Parent company All Aboard Florida plans to expand service to Orlando and Tampa in the next decade. Brightline's high-speed rail service is expected to expand from the Treasure Coast to a new intermodal terminal facility at Orlando International Airport in 2021. Phase 2 would then connect Tampa and Orlando. The price tag for service between Orlando and South Florida is an estimated $3 billion. The votes could be counted again in the election of Florida's governor. Alan Spector reports.
As of last night, Republican Ron DeSantis' lead over Democrat Andrew Gillum had shrunk to 0.57%, with 0.50 being the threshold to trigger an automatic recount. The Fort Lauderdale Sun-Sentinel reports that Broward County, a Democratic stronghold, was still counting votes with no idea as to how many were left. Gillum tweeted last night, "I'm looking forward to seeing every vote counted." Two other statewide races, U.S. Senate and Agriculture Commissioner, are already headed for recounts. I'm Alan Spector.
There were months of polling for this midterm election, but in the end, most of those polls were off the mark. Political science professor Tony Brunello says you cannot rely on polling results anymore.
It's much harder to do polling effectively, especially when you consider how you're getting your information, your data. People don't live at where phones call on landlines. People are on cell phones. How do you know you're talking to someone who really is going to vote, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera? It's very, very much more complicated than it has been in the past.
Brunello believes polling will be done differently in the future. He also says regardless of polls, election results always come down to voter turnout. A Tampa neighborhood has won what could be described as the city planner's version of the People's Choice Awards. The American Planning Association said yesterday that the Riverwalk in Tampa had won its People's Choice designation as one of the great spaces in America in 2018. The Planning Association asked the public to nominate their favorite public space, neighborhood, or street. The Riverwalk edged out Katy Trail in Missouri. The other finalists were the Uncas Leap Heritage Area in Norwich, Connecticut, the Detroit Riverfront, and the Navy Yard in Washington, D.C. Cool relief is on the way for Florida, particularly in the northern part of the state. Northern Florida and the Panhandle area will feel the effects by Veterans Day on Monday. The dry air is expected to usher in temperatures that will top out at around the lower 60s to the upper 50s. This means the far west Panhandle could see lows in the 40s, while Jacksonville in the northeast could feel the nip of the 50s. This is the first significant sign of the fall since a brief cold front in October brought temperatures into the 60s in South Florida. If you're looking for deals on theme park and attraction tickets, Visit Orlando will offer Black Friday and Cyber Monday deals on more than 40 area attractions. Starting November 20th, discounts and deals will be available on tickets to Disney World, Universal Orlando, Legoland Florida, dinner shows, and more. Visit Orlando will also offer an extra 10% discount on purchases made at orlandotickets.com. To get the discount, use the promo code GIFT at checkout. The code will be valid November 20th through the 29th. Here's a list of some of the deals that will be available. Disney World, savings of $30 per ticket on flexible date Disney tickets, plus a free commemorative Toy Story towel with the purchase of a 5-day or longer flexible day ticket while supplies last. Universal Orlando, receive an extra 2 days free with the purchase of a 3-park 2-day park-to-park ticket. SeaWorld Orlando is offering 2 days for the price of one with the purchase of a 2-day 2-park ticket. The ticket can be used at SeaWorld Aquatica and Busch Gardens Tampa. Legoland Florida, get a second day free with the purchase of a single-day ticket. And the deal at Gatorland, you'll get unlimited rides on the Gatorland Express train with each admission ticket. And those are the headlines from The Source, WOCA 96.3 FM and 1370 AM.
Hi, I'm Anthony with Finishing Touch Floors. Are you considering covering your old wood floors? Forget about it. Let Finishing Touch Floors restore your old wood floors. We offer sanding, refinishing, installation, and custom colored stains. With over 35 years experience, you need to call 321-396-2657. Let us put the finishing touch on your wood floors. For your free estimate, call 321-396-2657. That's 321-396-2657.
The great American menu lives at Freddy's Frozen Custard and Steak Burgers. Sizzling steak burgers made fresh when you order. Premium beef hot dogs, crispy shoestring fries, and Freddy's rich and creamy custard made fresh throughout the day. The classic taste enjoyed by generations of American families. Served every day at Freddy's Frozen Custard and Steak Burgers. With the most American ingredient of all, a smile. Freddy's Frozen Custard and Steak Burgers. The taste that brings you back.
How to keep a greenhouse warm without electricity. That's coming up on This Land of Ours.
And now, another episode of One Soil to Live.
All right, let's take a look, Claude. I see you've been keeping it covered.
Yes, I have.
And it appears you haven't disturbed it.
Well, I've tried really hard not to.
You're using living roots throughout the year with diverse species in rotations, right?
Just exactly as you prescribed, Doctor.
Well, I'll have to say I'm impressed with your organic matter, aggregation, and microbial activity. Claude, I'm happy to report that your soil is fit as a fiddle.
Oh, thank you. I guess it's true that soil health management systems are just what the doctor ordered.
I couldn't have said it better myself.
Improving soil health can make your farm more productive, profitable, and resilient. Visit your local USDA Natural Resources Conservation Service office today and learn more about the basics and benefits of soil health. This message brought to you by USDA and this radio station.
The number one trick to heating a greenhouse without power is taking advantage of the sun. The sun is absolutely free energy and works day in and day out. Some ways to naturally keep things warm in a greenhouse include making a good compost pile. It can get well over 100 degrees Fahrenheit and can stay there for a while, particularly if it's regularly turned and add oxygen. When trying to passively heat with solar energy, thermal mass is crucial. Objects such as rocks, clay, and bricks absorb heat when air is warm and release it when air is cold. Water also has good thermal mass. Another way to keep things warmer is double pane windows. They're much more energy efficient, allowing warmth from the sun to come in during the day and prevent heat loss due to cold temperatures outside. Also, be sure to insulate the north side of your greenhouse. And you might also want to look into installing
6.3 FM, The Source.
Midday with Joe.
Time for Midday with Joe. Joe Martone sitting in the captain's seat on the other end of the big granite table. How come I don't hear you?
I'm not talking.
Oh, that's fine.
Simple.
I'm not used to that.
I was listening to you.
I wasn't used to that.
Not used to me talking, or not used to me
What is that catalog, Robin, that caters to the rich and wealthy?
Neiman Marcus.
Neiman Marcus.
Yeah.
How did you know that? I don't know that. Oh, because I'm not rich and famous. There you go.
I have the ultimate Disney lovers gift guide. And you got
sign me up, baby.
You're gonna have to have some money to give Joe some of these gifts. But
all right, my address is. Oh, never mind. It's delivered.
How you doing, Joe?
I'm okay.
Big busy morning, huh?
It is I love it when it's like that, and it.
I sort of do too, yeah.
And the listeners, they get more for their free buck. Saying it's free, right?
Yeah.
Right?
That's right.
We pay, but they get it for free. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I feel like I was going to tell you something. Now I just...
Well, you can feel later and tell me. It's all right.
Completely forgot what I was going to say. Well, anyway, so I have the ultimate
work on people like
Disney Lovers Gift Guide.
Disney's Lovers Gift
Not
Guide.
Disney's Lover, no. Not that lady. No, that was...
That was somebody else.
Disney's...
Disney Lovers.
Disney Lovers.
Yeah, you're a Disney lover.
I like Disney. Yes.
All right, you ready for some of these?
Sure. What do we have? Start with cherries.
Cherries?
Sure. Start with cherries. Chocolate covered, preferably.
Oh, you just want some cherries? That's an easy gift to give. That's a cheap gift. That's what you buy your teacher.
Yeah, but it's how it's delivered that counts.
That's right.
What am I missing here?
There you go.
This Starbucks coffee from the Paddock Mall is good.
I know, it's really got an effect on you today.
I want to know how your chocolate-covered cherries are delivered. That's what I want to know.
That's what I want to tell you. I'm not going to tell you.
Oh, my God.
A little too personal. It's Disney magic.
All right, so then this is not on the list, what I'm about to tell you.
Oh, gee.
But Robin and I went in, the last time we went to Disney, which was after her birthday, so not that long ago, we went into one of the art shops.
Art?
Yeah. The illustrations that are actually framed and they're actual high quality.
It's called the Magic Shop, but it's really not a magic shop.
Is it? I don't know what it's called, to be honest.
The facade on Main Street are different than what's inside.
Maybe, yeah. That might
Look at the Magic Shop. You know me, magic. I walked in there, and there's jewelry and everything.
Jewelry. Yeah, I didn't want jewelry. But some of the artwork is like really, really nice looking stuff.
Beautiful.
Well, you're Disney. You're not going to get all clappo,
But the point is, it wasn't cheap. There was one picture. It was probably 8 by 10 or something like that. $850.
But what was it of? What is it? What is a still from 1930 something?
I don't remember what it was.
No,
but
if it's from the 1930s, 40s, 50s, where they actually paint it. This I can't think of.
Cell.
The Cell. Yeah, thank you. It's on Cell. So whatever. That's not done anymore. That's an art. You're not going to see it anymore. That's why the price is up there.
Okay.
Did you go to FabFo 2 weeks ago or whatever it was?
Yeah. Yeah,
there was the same kind of pricing.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, but me, I would rather have. But anyway.
But a print at Disney cost as much as an original at FAFO.
Yeah.
Some of those prints were expensive. Yeah. All right, ready?
I'd like to get a Disney signature somewhere.
All right, here's the ultimate Disney Lovers Gift Guide, right?
Disney's Lovers Gift, what?
Gift Guide.
Guide, okay.
All right, this is Meet Mickey and Minnie at Sea. Not only are Disney cruises filled with onboard fun and fabulous ports, making them a perfect present for even the pickiest friend on your Disney Lovers gift list, you can also schedule a special holiday phone call from Mickey and Minnie to surprise your gift recipient. Imagine that. You get a phone call.
That'd be great.
Hi, Joe. It's Mickey. I'm here to tell you you've got a cruise.
Go away. I didn't know you were going to call me, Mickey.
That's great.
It says it was paid for by a credit card that belongs to Joseph Martone. Congratulations, sir. Here's one. Here's a ultimate Disney gift guide. A New Year's celebration with Pixar pals. Spend New Year's with the Pixar celebration at the Contemporary Resort.
Oh, I went through there twice.
Wow. The festive evening includes immersive recreations of Pixar movie sets along with meet and greets with favorite characters.
Oh, my.
Toy Story, Finding Nemo, The Incredibles. There's a decadent buffet, a DJ spinning Radio Disney tunes, and special activities for kids, including Pixar face painting.
Oh, nice.
Okay. Last time I went to Disney, they had, Infinity and Beyond. What's his name?
Buzz Lightyear.
They had him out there live, and they were all lined up to take pictures of him.
Aw, how cool is that?
It doesn't say how much these things cost, but anyway, they're on the...
Your local travel agent at Disney will help you out. Call 407-DISNEY.
Here's one. The Ultimate Disney Lovers Gift Guide recommends the holiday cruise on the Danube.
On the who?
The Danube, like the river. The river?
up in Germany.
Denmark, Germany.
It goes through Germany, Austria, and Hungary.
Hey!
And by the time you get to Hungary...
You're hungry.
You're hungry.
And Disney
I wonder if the
characters?
people... Go ahead.
Oh, I thought, are Disney characters going to be on the Danube?
Of course.
Well, the stops include the rolling hills made famous in The Sound of Music.
That's not Disney.
No, but
that's Mother Nature.
But Disney takes you there. Other holiday markets filled with local crafts and festive seasonal treats. Back on board, there's holiday-themed activities, including gingerbread cookie decorating and a junior adventurer gift exchange with Minnie Mouse.
Well, there you go. Well, I just got one of my pictures published in Travel and Leisure today.
You did?
I'll send you the link.
Well, congratulations. Nice. What picture is it?
Blue Ridge Parkway.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah, I didn't get paid for it, though.
Oh, you should sue them and call it a leisure suit.
All letters go to Larry.
A travel and leisure suit.
Wow. Well, send us the link. We got to post that.
That's
Excellent. Congratulations.
Got that, yeah. TNL, Travel and Leisure. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Let's see. Surprise your Disney lovers gift with a long weekend getaway to Boston, New York City, or San Francisco with Adventures by Disney. These urban adventures are packed with VIP experiences.
What were the choices?
New York, Boston, and San Francisco.
Let's see. I've been all three, so I guess I would go back to Boston in the springtime.
And so you get to go backstage at Aladdin on Broadway. You go to the Lucas Studios in San Francisco.
Oh! I bet changed my mind.
If you book before Thanksgiving, they'll throw in an extra night for the bigger gift bonus.
Wow! Well, if you're going to do that, go to San Francisco, because Boston, New York will make too cold.
Well, what's in Boston?
It doesn't say. It just says backstage in Atlanta. Yeah, I know. All right, how about a holiday dinner in paradise? A classic Christmas dinner on a tropical beach in Hawaii.
Jay!
Now add live music, local entertainment, Mickey, Moana, and friends in their finest beachwear.
Have you seen Mickey in his beachwear? I mean, he's got the coolest pair of shorts I've ever seen.
Oh, wait. I have a Disney trivia question for you.
Okay.
What is the name of Disney's resort on the island of Oahu?
Well, let me think for a minute.
Where are you going? Oh, thinking requires closing.
Oahu.
What are you doing?
We can hear
okay.
What's going on out there.
There's a Disney resort in Hawaii on the island of Oahu.
Yeah.
The Disney resort is called...
Oh, let's see.
I never even heard of this. So
it's a Disney resort, so it's... I don't know.
Aulani.
Aulani?
Yeah.
Is it the name of a character?
Aulani. I don't know.
I was going to say Milan, but, okay.
Yeah.
Your gift also comes with soft sand beaches, pools, and water slides and lazy rivers.
Lazy rivers, I'm for that. I'm all for lazy rivers. I love lazy rivers. A good one.
Me too.
Oh, you put me in a lazy river, and I just chill out there.
If your Disney lover is also an animal lover, you might want to take them on a wild Africa trek at Animal Kingdom. Make them roar with excitement. A private guided tour of the Safi River Valley provides VIP access to the wild animals of the savannah, including giraffe, hippos, rhinos, and crocodiles.
As long as you're on that side of the fence and I'm on this side of the fence, that's fine.
Yeah, that one doesn't appeal to me.
No, I don't want to. Well, come and pet the rhino.
I'd like to go there and do that.
I'd like, to see it. You wouldn't actually touch it.
Go in the morning.
Yeah, I want to go and do that.
Let's see. Here's
once the weather changes, though, which is coming Monday, we're going to get the cold front coming in.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so.
If you live near Orlando or Anaheim, splash out at annual passports to Disneyland or Disney World. You don't need one of them. You got one already.
A splash port? No, not splash. I go. That's for the water parks, I'm presuming.
I didn't say splash port.
I thought you said splash port.
You
What'd
said
you say?
splash port.
No.
Splash port.
Splash port.
I said splash out on annual passports.
Splash out.
I thought you said splash port.
Well, maybe I did.
We'll have to just play it back later.
I will probably say I probably did, because if you say I said it, I said it.
So in other words, it is an annual pass at Disney.
Yeah.
Okay, I have one.
That's why I said you already have one.
That's true.
Let's see. National parks tied with a bow.
Oh, national parks. I've got a pass for that. Next.
Yellowstone National Parks with Adventures by Disney's week-long group trips to the Old West, with stops that may include Arizona, Utah, Alaska, Wyoming, and an authentic ghost town.
Oh, you know that's on my bucket list.
There you go.
Who's going to bring me that? Sure, it's for two and you're good looking. All right.
Get a Disney gift card and turn it into a reality with the Dooney and Bork Disney-themed bag.
Okay, well, what's a Dooney and Bork?
I don't know. Dooney and Bork Disney-themed bag.
It sounds like we're going to cook some Dooney and Bork, slice it and put it on the bread for you, and have a little mayo on that there.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
We got plenty of time.
Robin's ready to jump out, I think.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. The Foodie Fun. You have the Foodie Fun.
Foodie Fun?
Foodie Fun in Disney World, yeah.
Not a foodie fight.
No, Foodie Fun.
Foodie Fun. You ever have a food fight?
You sample all of the premier wines, the craft beers, the gourmet foods, and the decadent desserts.
I'm up to that, except for the gourmet, the beers.
You don't
just like the plain smooth beer. Yeah. I'm not into the craft beers that much.
It's kind of like the way I am with coffee. I just want regular coffee. Every time I go get something that's supposed to be fancy, I wish I didn't get it.
Well, that's true. That's true.
All right.
I like French vanilla.
Star Wars fans. Are you a Star Wars fan?
Somewhat.
Are going to feel like they've arrived at a galaxy far, far away when Galaxy's Edge opens in 2019.
Nice.
Where's that? That's in Disney World.
Next year.
Disney World, I think.
Walt Disney World, which one, though? Which park?
This one in Florida.
Which park in Florida? Which theme park?
Is it MGM Studios?
Yeah, it's Hollywood.
Galaxy's Edge opens in 2019 at Disney World in Florida, is what it says.
It's in the Hollywood studio. The reason I know that is because of the Toy Story land.
Yeah.
You can see it over the top where they're building it.
Oh, my.
You'll be able to fly the Millennium Falcon. You'll board a Star Destroyer and explore the land of Batuu.
What?
Batuu.
Batuu, you too. The land of Batuu.
Let's see if I have it.
All
right, the last one is A Whole New World.
That
whole
must
new world.
Mermaid
That's Frozen
one, right?
or something?
Fulfill a bucket list
Ariel?
travel wish with a trip to Tokyo Disney and its unique maritime Disney Sea Park for an ultimate Disney trip. Combine it with Adventures by Disney's new Japan itinerary, which will have them traversing Kyoto and its bamboo forest on an authentic Japanese rickshaw.
Boy, that poor guy. I hope that it's mechanically pulled. All right, sit in the rickshaw and you hear the guy, hurry up!
Oh, that sounds like fun.
We ever see guys with rickshaws? There's no hills. They're always doing it on straight land.
We had them for a while in Ocala.
A rickshaw?
Well, they were called
rickshaws.
Oh, yeah. No, they were because they transported people from the parking garage to downtown Ocala.
Looked like they were working really hard.
Were they on bicycles? Or
it was bicycles.
Well, that's like Atlantic City on the boardwalk.
Oh,
they have you sit two in the back and it's a bicycle in the front. But again, it's all level.
Yeah, this one.
You hit a hill with a rickshaw, you go, he's going backwards. I know, and his feet are going nowhere because he's in the air. Picture that in your mind. How many seconds, Larry?
You got 35.
30. Okay.
30.
30 is much easier now. Thank you so much. My goodness. Wait, if you guys are all listening all this morning, you know that it is very diverse here at WOCA. Every day at AM Ocala Live between 7 and noon. Listen to Larry and Robin. They will entertain, inform, and keep you rolling like you've never been before. Remember, this is WOCA Ocala.
Midday with Joe.
Fox News, I'm Chris Foster.
The suspect was identified as Ian David Long.
That's who we're told shot and killed 12 people at a country music bar in Thousand Oaks, California. Among the dead, a sheriff's sergeant who rushed in with a highway patrolman.
There's no doubt that they saved lives by going in there and engaging with the suspect.
Ventura County Sheriff Jeff Dean says that suspect is dead, presumably suicide, 28 years old, a former Marine. There's no word yet about any possible motive. The sheriff says a mental health team was sent to the suspect's home in response to a disturbance in April. Supreme Court Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg's hospitalized with 3 broken ribs.
Fox News can confirm Justice Ginsburg did suffer a fall while working here at her office at the Supreme Court last night. She reportedly went home afterwards, but after suffering with pain well into the night, she checked herself into George Washington University Hospital first thing this morning.
Fox's Jillian Turner in Washington. This is Fox News.
Are you taking Viagra and tired of paying $50 per tablet? Marley Drug has generic Viagra for just $10 per tablet. $10 for generic Viagra is a savings of $40 per dose. Call now and get free shipping on 10 tablets or more of generic Viagra. Marley Drug is a North Carolina pharmacy licensed in all 50 states. For information, go to marleygenerics.com or call us at 800-452-1760. That's 800-452